Okay guys, so if you don't already, make sure that you take Biotin. If you don't know Biotin, please introduce yourself now. This is my #1 vitamin. I take this every morning. Honestly, it's one of the only vitamins I take, but this is what you have to take if you want good hair. Take it first thing in the morning before you brush your teeth even. Make sure you take this every day if you want good hair. Biotin. So once I'd say every 2 months I use coconut oil, and I'll take the inside of the agave leaf. All you have to do is cut out the exterior of the leaf and then take the interior gel. It's a clear gel in the agave leaf. Take that and coconut oil, organic, and mix it together in a bowl and then work it through the root of your hair. So I basically I'll put my hair up in a bun. I will put it all throughout the root in the front, the back, the sides. Make sure you get completely around the root. And then I'll let my hair down and work, like, for example, in strands. So I'll go like this and then work it through the strands. And I'll leave that in for about half an hour or so. Leave it in your hair. And then you want to make sure that you rinse it out immediately after and wash your hair after, because the coconut oil can definitely make it super oily. It is oil. Okay, this one is really important. You want to make sure that you avoid overwashing your hair, which will make it look really dry, and that's definitely not what you want. So for me, I only wash my hair about once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm exercising a lot or I'm really sweaty or it's the summer and it just is hot outside. But you know, test it out for you. If you have hair that tends to get oily faster, then you definitely want to wash it more than once a week. Just make sure that you don't wash your hair too much, because then it's just going to look dry, and it also tends to break faster when it's really dry. And every couple days in between washing my hair, I'd say, you know, I'll wash my hair and then maybe 2 days after that I'll rinse it with lukewarm water. I don't use hot water because that also, for my hair, dries it out a lot more. So I'll use lukewarm water. I'll rinse out my hair just to kind of like clean it out. You know, you exercise, you go to the gym, you get sweaty. So I'll rinse my hair every 2-3 days in between washing it, but I still only wash it about once a week. So definitely don't go an entire week without, you know, wetting your hair at all. But wash it once a week, wet it every 2 or 3 days in between that, and then just repeat. And that for me is what works really well. Again, everybody has different hair types, so it may not work for you. You may need to wash your hair more than once a week, but what I find that works is when you do shampoo it, don't let the shampoo sit in your hair for too long. You really just need it in there for a few seconds to get it clean. Let the conditioner sit in your hair for longer than the shampoo. I also use a leave-in conditioner as a product after showering, because that helps my hair stay, it just helps it stay looking healthy and smooth. So I'll use a leave-in conditioner, and then I'll rinse my hair every couple days or so in between washing it. That way I can keep it not too dirty, but I also won't need to wash it every single 2 days. You do not want to avoid cutting your hair. Make sure that you get your hair cut once every, honestly, you probably should cut it sooner, but I cut it once every like 6 months or so, because you just want to make sure that it's still growing like healthy and that the ends don't look really dry and nasty. Especially as a guy, I think our hair tends to be a little bit different than girls' hair. So just make sure that you still get it cut. You don't have to get a lot cut off, but just make sure that as you're growing it out, you're not afraid to get it cut, because I think, well, definitely as a guy, you want to get it long as soon as possible, but don't forget to make sure that you're getting it trimmed every once in a while just to keep it looking healthy. So this may sound really dumb, but honestly, just wear a hat a lot when you're growing out your hair, especially at the beginning. You kind of have to train your hair to grow back, because when you have long hair, you want to you want it to go back. So when you're growing out your hair, if you wear a hat, especially at the beginning, you'll train your hair to start growing back instead of straight up or out this way, which is probably what it's been used to. So make sure that you wear a hat a lot. That also is an easy way to disguise that like ugly phase of where your hair is not really that short, but it's also not really long, and it kind of just like I don't know, if you're a guy and you're growing out your hair, you probably know what I'm talking about. So wear a hat, it trains your hair to grow back, and it also helps you disguise that like ugly phase of growing out your hair. I do not use one of these. Honestly, I don't know why I even have this, because I definitely do not use it. Okay, I lie. Maybe I use it on occasion, but I try to let my hair air dry as much as possible, because if you're constantly applying a lot of heat to your hair, then it can definitely damage it over time or make it look more dry and brittle. So in order to avoid that, I definitely try as hard as possible not to use one of these. So what I do is time out when I plan on wetting my hair or washing my hair, so that I know that I can just be at home, I don't have to wet it and then run out. So for example, I washed my hair last night. I washed it about 2 hours or so before going to bed, so I knew that I didn't need to blow dry it. I could just let my hair air dry, and that's the best way that I found to keep your hair looking as healthy as possible, is to avoid using this as much as possible. So make sure that you have elastic, no crease hair ties. I'll put all of this in the description section below, but you can also visit the full article on christianlyra.com, where you'll see all of this. You'll see a link to where you can buy some of these, but make sure you get elastic, no crease hair ties so that you're not splitting your hair when you put it up in a bun. My biggest piece of advice is to really be patient with yourself, especially if you're a guy and you want to grow out your hair. You are going to go through periods where you just kind of want to chop it off, and you're wondering why you are allowing yourself to look so ugly when it's in that, like, you know, not too short but not too long. You don't really know how to style it. It doesn't seem like anything really works. Just be patient, because if you want long hair, and honestly, when I decided to grow out my hair, I just Harry Styles had long hair at the time, and I was like, wow, that hair is amazing, like that's the hair I want. I just envisioned it. You just have to be patient, and you have to remember that. Honestly, put like a mood board on the wall and cut out pictures of people with long hair as inspiration, so that you can look at it all the time, because you definitely will want to cut it, but it's definitely worth it. You just have to be patient with yourself. But it's, yeah, I think it's totally worth it, but it will take you a couple years, so definitely be patient. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel or comment below what other videos you guys might be interested in seeing me make.